G'day. In this video we're going to compare renting versus buying. Now in the past I've heard many times it's been written up all over the place about, it's often said that you're better off to rent the house rather than buy the house. So we're going to have a look at some of the financials and then some of the practicality side of it. From a practical sense for myself and my family, we have rented and that was fine. It allowed us to build up cash for a deposit and get ready for the new house over a short time frame, but longer term we prefer to own our home because we don't like the inconvenience of regular inspections on the place we were renting at the time. So I think that's most Australians. It is the Australian dream to buy and own your own home. So what I'll have a look at first is some of the financial side of it, and let's assume that you buy a place worth $350,000. Well, let's say you take debt on of $350,000, and at an interest rate of 4.5%, it's going to cost around $15,700. Now the costs that you have in owning a property also include your rates. They include insurance, that's house and contents. It will also include potentially some maintenance if you've bought a second-hand home, and also water services. So now I'm thinking about our local area here, which is country Victoria. So we'd probably add $2,500 worth of rates. Insurance would probably be $1,000, maintenance probably the same, and possibly $800, which sort of gets us to around 21, just rough figures. So the cost of ownership, this is the interest rate at 4.5 on the 350 grand, and the other on costs that you have as you go along. Now, I suppose in maintenance that can be where hot water services break, or just issues of being home. Now to rent is another option, of course. Let's assume it's $350 per week rent, which is about $18,200 per year. You're still going to need insurance, which won't cost, say, $1,000. It might be $500. So that gets you up to $18,700. So I suppose in a practical sense, yes, it is potentially cheaper to rent because you don't have a lot of the ongoing costs. But the other risks in doing that, what if while you're renting, the money that you're saving in terms of renting versus buying, that you're actually not saving that saving and you're blowing it, and you're not saving it to build up a bigger deposit. So one of the practical sides of having a home loan is that we all work really hard to pay the home loan off. And probably another issue we've seen in recent times where the property markets have been going up in recent times, and there's no guarantees that will continue. But the longer you waited before you got into the market seemed to creep away on us, and any money that you were saving here by renting as opposed to buying was sort of a bit voided out by the increasing prices in the property. But one thing I often reflect on, that an old accountant told me many years ago, do you rent the money to buy the house, or do you rent the house itself? So at the end of the day, you're either renting the money to buy, or you're just renting the house itself. So I think it gets down to each and everyone's own scenario, but for me, I'm on the buy side. I know there's better investments. My home is not an investment, it is where we live, it's our family home, and where hopefully we'll stay for many years.